Latin American Poker Tour Rio, presentado por...
Hola amigos de Bluff en Español, me encuentro con campeón mundial Greg Raymer, Team Pokerstars, profesional del Team Pokerstars. Aquí lo tenemos. Greg, how is it to be in Latin America finally?
Oh, it's fun. I wish I had more time. I haven't really been able to see much of Rio, but I'm going to go out right now. Actually, going to go to Oasis, the Brazilian Steakhouse, for lunch, and then we're going to do some shopping. Chris Moneymaker and I are going to go out, and we're going to buy some souvenirs for our wives and our daughters.
Are you going to visit the Christ or any other tourists?
I don't think we'll have time. My plane takes off in 6.5 hours.
Your impressions about this tournament?
Well, it's a good structure. I know Mike Ward very, very well. We go way back. When I moved to Connecticut in 1998, so 10 years ago, Mike was the tournament director at Foxwoods, and he always runs a good tournament, and so I had no doubt coming here that I was going to be in a good tournament, and I was. The players were quite good. I thought I might get more kind of aggressive and macho play, and I didn't see much of that. So, the players at my table were very patient, very talented, which is too bad for me. I flopped a set 6 times early on day one and didn't get paid off once. Not even one time did they pay me off.
Wow. Is the style of a Latin American player different from an American player?
Well, I haven't played with enough Latin American players to know if there's an average that's different than the American players. I know, like, when I go to Europe, I get asked the same question on the European Poker Tour. And the big difference between the Americans and the Europeans is that all of the Europeans tend to be pretty serious players who play a lot of poker. Whereas in America, we have, lots and lots of people who are serious and try to play their best all the time. But we also have millions of people who just get together with their friends, once a month, and play some poker. And so we have the casual player in America. And they don't have very many casual players in Europe. I don't know Latin America well enough yet, but I suspect the same thing might be true, that more of your players are serious people who play a lot of poker, and there's not as many Latin Americans who just get together, and play with their friends once a month, because poker doesn't have the history in Latin America that it has in the United States and Canada. What that means in the end, though, is that the average European poker player is better than the average American poker player, because they've only got the best players, and we've got our best players and bad players. So
you mean that they take it more seriously, more like a competition rather than fun or
Yeah, I just don't know. You could maybe correct me. If there are lots of home games where just friends and family get together and play some poker, but that's very, very common in America. And then some of those people who just play those friendly games, and they beat their friends from work, they beat their relatives, when they play with their uncles and their aunts and their brothers. Some of those people decide, well, I'm actually a pretty good player. I beat all my uncles, I beat my dad, and so then they come down to Vegas for the World Series, and they enter one of the preliminary events, or they enter satellites to play the main event, and then some of them get in, because so many of them come and try, some of them get in. And so you'll see lots of these players who really, they think they're good, but they really don't know just how inexperienced they are. They don't understand how much they have yet to learn about the game.
Well, I think it's probably because also in Europe it's legal in more places in Europe, so they have the chance to play in professionally in casinos, and probably in the States, in some states it's illegal even to have a home game. So I think it's more like a professional style that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just we just have this long tradition of the friendly poker game. In the U.S. They don't have that tradition in Europe. And so when someone gets into poker, they go to the casino or they come to Pokerstars, and they play seriously online, they play seriously live. But they can't just get together with their friends where 8 guys sit at a table and none of them knows what they're doing. And then none of them learn because none of them knows enough to teach anyone else.
I understand.
But when you come to the casino, or you come to Pokerstars and play online, some of your opponents are very, very good. So you will learn from your mistakes. But if you can make lots of mistakes and still win, then a lot of people don't learn.
totally. I understand. What is your next stop in Latin America? Are you going to Costa Rica?
Yeah, I won't be able to go to Costa Rica because I have a conflict. Something else is already on my schedule at that time. But I should be in Uruguay for the finals. As far as I know, I'll be there. So I hope I can, and then see another part of Latin America and meet some more people, and it should be fun. And maybe I'll have some time if I can to do a little tourist stuff instead of just like 3 hours, 4 hours of tourist.
Greg, it was a pleasure to have you with our Latin American audience, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Obrigado. Gracias. Thank you.
Para hablar en español, Reinaldo Venegas.